back. If you like the content that we are providing, please go ahead on and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. How about that? Okay. We went over here in Daytona Beach. We're over here by the park. You got the lifeguard headquarters administration building. And they have a little water park. Sun Splash Park is the name of the little park for the kids. You know, to cool off. Years ago, the hurricanes had done a lot of damage to this park here. As you can see, they got these new wooden railings that they replaced. And I guess that's gonna be a lifeguard shack. But it's all about them kids, you know what I'm talking about. Let the kids enjoy. And when you bring your kids here, because again, Daytona Beach is one of the parks or beaches that will let you drive your car. Kids don't be paying attention, they running all over the place. And you know, if people are driving a little fast, the speed limit is like 10 miles an hour on the beach, but people might be not paying attention, your kid running across the street and something bad happens. And that's not a good day at the beach. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, keep your eyes open. Make sure you're paying attention. You got your food truck here selling ice cream and popsicles and all of that stuff. That's, you know, those cool refreshments. So it's always something going on. It's looks like more people down in this area here. The lifeguard out there chilling. More people in this area here. And you can go down there. Oh man, for a couple of miles, you got a whole lot of hotels and timeshares, and it's a lot of rooms, a lot of places you can stay. So that won't even be an issue. The issue is how much you willing to pay to stay. You know. Look at my man. He got his Jeep. He just chilling with his music, his tunes on. Like I say, y'all, I'm still learning how to do this thing, and I don't know. I got to figure out how to chat with you guys while this is going on. I may have to turn some options on or something like that. But like I said earlier on another chat, if you like the content, go ahead on and subscribe and go to my channel and look at all the videos that I have. I just came back from Europe. We was over in Germany for 3 weeks. We went to Austria, we went to Switzerland. I got videos in there, so check it out. All the good food that we was eating, I got a lot of material in there for you to check out. And if you've been to Germany, it's gonna bring back some memories of the times when you was over there. Because, you know, majority of people, if you was in the army, I'm quite sure, and you retired from the army, you had your time in Germany. few years ago, we went to South Korea. South Korea, Asia wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak about Thailand and the Philippines because I've never been there, but I can tell you I was in South Korea, and the food just that wasn't my thing. You know, going shopping and haggling back and forth with those people when you go buy things, that was okay. But the food, like I say, the food wasn't my thing. I was sick the whole time. Man, I can imagine what they feeling like. They working in this heat and ain't no shade, ain't nowhere to hide from the sun. One good thing that the wind is blowing, so you got a draft. My goodness though, man, they not that. They ain't got no straps or nothing holding them up there. OSHA would like that. But you gotta, everybody's out here working, doing what they got to do, which is a good thing. Everybody can't be retired like me. Yep, let's see here if I could, Nikki Kent, how you doing? Edriquez, how you doing, my brother? Jossie, how you doing as well? I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Yeah, we're gonna try to get at least 10 minutes out of this, and then we're gonna head out. We're gonna go further down the beach, see what we can find. So we'll walk down here. But yeah, I'm good with this draft, man. You go somewhere where it ain't a draft and you just stuck in that heat, that sucks bad. Cause here in Florida, the humidity is really strong. You take a shower, go outside in 5 minutes, you sweat. Look at the little eggshell. They blocking some of that wind. Little kids having a good time. That's what it's all about, man. down near Clearwater, around St. Pete, Tampa area. Oh man, it's lovely down there. It is lovely down there. Daytona Beach ain't bad either. You go to Cocoa Beach ain't bad. A lot of cruise liners sail out of Cocoa Beach. You could be sitting, I forgot the name of the restaurant, I just remember how to get there. You're sitting out there drinking your cold libations and cruise ships just come sailing by. Nothing wrong with that. See, if you look way out there, they got that red flag out there. You shouldn't go out past that. They got a yellow one further out. But of course, you know you got some Einstein that's gonna test the system. I don't mess with that ocean too tough. I come hang out. I ain't going past my waist. That ocean is tricky. Yep, that ocean ain't nothing to play with. And certain times they have a lot of jellyfish, and you know you get stung a couple times with that jellyfish, man. It might change your day. You might not enjoy that. Look at my man, he coming here. But what we gonna do is we gonna continue on. Go back this way. We're gonna oh, we ain't gonna cut through right here. We're gonna drive down the beach, see what's going on. Oh, they doing some remodeling over there. But if you have this, they charge to park here at this park now. But if you are a disabled veteran, have disabled veteran license plates on there, you don't have to pay that fee. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go further down post in the other direction and see what's going on out here. Oh man, it is hot. You hear me? What is it saying the temperature is? It's saying the temperature is 89 degrees. It feels like it's hotter than that. Yeah. I haven't been over here in a while. But during bike week, I always ride over here and hang out on Bethune Ave, where where all the bikers hang out, just chill for a few hours, ride around town, and then hey, you take it on back to the house. It's always something to do. And this right here is the entrance to, if you want to drive on the beach. They got a few entrances, but that's one of the main ones right there. And we coming up on Main Street. Main Street is is the party side during bike week. You can't they block off cars, so you can't even drive down into on Main Street. Um, it's that next light coming up. It be so many motorcycles down there, so many people in that little block right there. It's crazy. And the same thing over on by Bethune Ave, and you go up around the racetrack. You got all the new motorcycles that's coming out. They doing demo rides up there. Um, it's a lot going on. A lot going on. They be there doing the whole time. So you can come over and ride the new bikes that's coming out in that year. This is Main Street right here. And I'm trying to tell you, that street right there, it be bumper to bumper. Should I say tie to tie with so many motorcycles. And you got your Hilton Hotel here. This it used to be crazy doing BCR. The BCR was for people who don't know was Black College Reunion. It used to be, man, it was wild. Parents didn't know they sending their kids down here to be clowning like this. This where all the happenings would be right here. That wing house right there, man. They got all kinds of restaurants and everything back in there. Band shell back there. Yeah, this is old Daytona Beach. Yeah, it's a lot going on. I see that they have done a lot of remodeling too, and they building new stuff. It used to be a lot, not too many, but a few vacant lots. If you want to spend a few $1 million on some land, you could do that. We're gonna ride down here and see what's popping. I don't know why they want to pull up beside me and just stay there. You got your Hard Rock Hotel coming up. You go another little park. But one thing about it, you have to be mindful if you're not a disabled veteran and got that option to park, you have to be paying attention and be very mindful about where you leave your car. Cause you come back, you're gonna have a boot. or they might be done towed your vehicle, because that is a big business down here, and also in Miami. That is a huge business. That towing, because once they get it on the hook, some of them will let you pay for them to drop it, but others want to take it back to their lot so they can get more money out you. So you got to watch out. I was like I say, when we flew when we flew back from Germany, my vehicle was parked at the airport for 22 days. And once we was leaving the airport, we pulled up to the booth, gave the girl my ticket, $579 for parking. And of course, I showed her my driver's license, told her I was a disabled veteran. She go back there, look at the license plate, write everything down on the little card. I sign it, and that was it. That is crazy. $579 for parking for 22 days. That's ridiculous. But what are you gonna do? If you flying out somewhere, you ain't got no options on where you. Well, yes, you do. They have parking lots where you can go and park, and they will bring you back to the airport or whatnot. But you still gonna pay them. But that's a small token, a, a small benefit of being uh, a veteran. I ain't did nothing most people can't do. You can give 20 years of your life for parking it as well. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. If I had to do it all over again, I would do it in a heartbeat, irregardless of who the president is. It would pain me to do it underneath Donald Trump, but I probably would, because I met some good people along the way, and I've been a lot of different places. And now that all that is over with, my livelihood ain't too bad. I forgot the name of that hotel that they remodeling right there, but I stayed at that Hilton maybe about 4 5 months ago. Just come over here and chill, hanging out, get the beach vibes or whatnot. Just something to do, you know. Look at all them rooms right there. I think that is a timeshare there though, on condos. But yeah, during bike week, further up the road, they have this thing called the loop, where you riding alongside the ocean, and you turns up before you get to Ormond. Well, we are this in Ormond Beach. Before you get out of Ormond Beach, you make a left and you go out through the woods. It's a little, it's a little, it's a concrete, a paved road that goes out in the woods, and you just loop around, and it brings you back into the city of Daytona Beach. And that's a pretty cool ride. You riding out in the country, um, just enjoying the sights. And if you like all those different gifts and trinkets and whatnot to take back to people or whatnot, they got tons of shops for you to buy all of that type stuff. Take back your memorabilia back to wherever you come from. Man, Daytona Beach they hitting people up for $20 to park. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, that's all new. They used to then charging you for parking in those city parking lots, but I guess now it's all about the almighty dollar. So they are every way they can make money, they are trying to do so. But yeah, a lot of people come to Daytona Beach, um, which might not be too far from you, depending on where you're from. You come to the world's most famous beach, and just enjoy. Don't do the wrong things because hey, they want you to get in trouble so they can fine you because they know you don't have too many options other than to pay whatever because you're not going to be here. You're not going to come back here to try to fight it or whatever because it'll cost you more money to just pay the fine and move on. So, with that being said, don't do nothing wrong. Follow the laws, especially no drinking and driving. That's anywhere. But of course, you got a lot of people that's going to test the system, and the system is put there for a reason because somebody gonna try it. Oh, I think right here we're gonna turn around right here. Yeah, but I went to that Angelina's Diner. That's some pretty good food. They food is pretty good, and it's like a little mom and pop restaurant diner, and it's pretty good. Actually, me and my wife went and checked it out one Thanksgiving. It's just me and her, so we ain't cooking all that. After 1 or 2 days, I'm done with it anyway, so it'll be a waste. Um, we went out there to that little mom and pop and had Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, you talking about good? They laid it out, man. You would not have even expected little mom and pop shop to do that, but that place is on fire. And a lot of people must have heard about it because it was full. It was a lot of people there. We was lucky to be able to walk right in and sit down. But yeah, that spot was on point. But you can't beat it. You ride your motorcycle over here, man, and you just flossing, man, just chilling, not a worry in the world, cruising down Daytona Beach. Yeah. What we gonna do? We just gonna ride all the way down A1A and, well, should I say South Atlantic? Then we're gonna head over to New Smyrna Beach and see what's going on down there. They telling you caution, soft sand. Oh man, 4-wheel drive. Look at those little cars right there. I don't know. I guess you can rent those. You can rent golf carts, motorcycles, those scooters, bicycles. You don't need to bring any of that with you. You can rent it all. once you're done with it, give it back to them, and lighten your load and go on back to wherever you came from. You ain't got to bring all that stuff with you. Daytona Beach is set up for you. Yep. Towers. What is this? Big Shark gift souvenirs. Like I say, it's plenty places for you to shop. It's good that they doing a lot of construction and making beautifying Daytona Beach again. They already had a bike week for this year. I think it was in like March, around the beginning of March or whatnot. And they have Biketoberfest coming in the fall. So go online and look for Daytona Beach Biketoberfest to get the dates. And if you're planning on coming, you might be too late on reserving rooms because some people they start a year out reserving the rooms. Even though with the crazy prices, they go ahead on and lock down they spot. But this is on the beach. You can go further inland. They have hotels further inland on International Drive, and so go ahead on and take care of your business if you're coming down to enjoy Daytona Beach a little bit. I'm originally from Georgia, and I never came down here, as a teen or whatnot. This would have been on point if I would have came down here. Especially a couple dudes. We come down here, we'd have had a ball down here. Yep, a man got his electric bike on the sidewalk. Them things move pretty fast, man. You walking on the sidewalk and one of them coming, you need to watch out. So, if you see a few mistakes here in my man, that's a nice house right there. In my live stream, this the second live stream I ever done. So we gonna get better. Just bear with us. See those big nice houses over there? I can imagine what their property taxes are being inside all these hotels close to this water. You get close to water, you looking to pay. Yep, you looking to pay. Yeah, University Boulevard. Let me get on up here, cuz. What is this gonna make me? Yeah, I gotta get over. Yeah, they putting it in. They getting it in, boy. They beautifying Daytona Beach. It's about time though. It's about doggone time. I used to turn right through here and go back, go around there. But we're gonna stay here on Atlantic and go all the way down to South Daytona. Get on Dunlawton. But yeah, we getting back into the area where all the hoopla and festivities is going on. When something is going on in Daytona Beach, this is where the bulk of the people be down here in this area here. I don't know what's wrong with people that will get on them crazy rides right there. I can imagine you get on it, it's like a little ball. You see they just somebody just got shot up. I bet it looked like that thing about to throw you out there in that ocean. Mm-mm. No, that ain't for me. That ain't for me. Come on, girl, go put some clothes on. Yep, here go Main Street. Hey, he's stopping in the road. Can't get around that. This is National Speedway Boulevard right here. That will take you back to I-95. Krabby Side. That we was over there at the Land Shark. I don't know. I like that little restaurant, little bar and grill. I guess it's the little tiki hut. I know down in St. Pete they got this little tiki boat bar. You be on a little small boat, man, and they serving you drinks and you out in the bay. So you got a few $1 million, you got all this free open land right here. You can come and build your hotel on. There go another lot. There are some pretty nice, decent, really nice hotels further down here. I never stayed on this side. I always stayed up in the middle of where all the happenings was going on. Never stayed down here. They go 5-0. They just sitting there waiting for somebody to do something wrong. They go you another vacant lot. So it's plenty of land. If your dime is correct, you got plenty of land to do stuff with. I haven't been down to Miami in a minute. We probably go down to South Beach here. Um, if not this week, maybe next week, and go down there on South Beach to see what's popping. There was a store back there you can buy and rent surfboards, those little scooters that you see around town, rent bicycles, golf carts, and everything. So you have plenty of ways of getting from point A to point B. Delta Hotel. Normally those that's a nice brand by Marriott. I've stayed in a few Deltas, but not here. I ate in that. It used to be a restaurant up at the top of uh, that hotel right there. I've eaten in there once before. I don't know what's up there now. It's been so many years since I've been in there. Um, the Shores Resort. They used to have a nice bar in there. I never stayed there, but I've been in there. Um, one of my friends, he came down and he was staying there. Yeah. And now you got these $1 million houses right here. They don't look all that, but that's what you would be paying. I know I was in California once or twice, a few times. And I was talking to this one veteran that I had picked up, who was dropping him off at home. And he was like, the house was like $2 million. I'm like, that shack is worth $2 million. But he had the backdrop, he had the ocean in his backdrop. I guess that's what he was paying for, cause that the house wasn't all that at all. But you know, it's your lifestyle. It's what you wanna, how you wanna live it, and what's important to you. You know, that's the most important thing. Like I was saying, you know, it's plenty of room for you to stay. Yeah, what we gonna do? Let me get on up here so I could make this right up here. It's one of these hotels up here a couple of years ago. The daggone hurricane done a whole lot of damage. I think most of them probably done fixed all that. But you didn't really have no beach. The water came all the way up. A lot of the little walkways, that water destroyed all that. Cracked egg. I went there to that cracked egg restaurant and had breakfast before they another little mom and pop spot, you know, which was good. All right, so we're gonna. It's some nice stuff down in Points Inlet too. You know, um, they got a couple little bar and grills where you can be sitting outside under your umbrella in boats. People drive sail their boats right up to the dock, get off, eat lunch or whatever, get back in their boats and go back at it. That's pretty cool. I enjoyed that. It's just so much. It's just so much things, so many things that you can enjoy here in Daytona. You know, it's a lot of things to do, and it don't matter, you know, your age or whatnot. It's something here for everybody. On each side of this bridge, you go down underneath there. They have bars and grills down there. Right here to the right, that green building, see it right there in the top there. They got a Jimmy Hula's there, and you know I've eaten there before. That's pretty. It's pretty good. Yeah, man, she got her little drop top Mini Cooper, and you know maybe once a year they also do like a about a 10 to 15K march or whatnot, and this bridge coming across this bridge and going back is part of that route that they take. My wife done it a couple times. Yeah, that green building right there, that's Jimmy Hula's. She out of her mind riding one of them little things on that bridge. I never understood it. You have hurricanes in Florida and you got a lot of people. There's a lot of trailer parks. It starts sprinkling rain, I would be nervous. You got a lot of trailer parks here in Florida, and this is a hurricane prone place. But hey, they like it, I love it. Right here on this corner, you got a restaurant called Aunt Catfish, and they food is pretty good as well. Been there a few times. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna turn left here on Ridgewood, South Ridgewood, and we're gonna head on down to New Smyrna Beach and see what's going on that beach. I used to be all over this place. I was an army recruiter, so I was all over Volusia County. Yeah, man, that's a pretty big boat he got there, ain't it? But yeah, you live here in Florida. You need to have a motorcycle or a boat, one or the other, or both, and you be a okay. You have enough going on that'll keep you satisfied. We're gonna get on around this because she just tinkling around. Yeah, you got, like I say, you got a bunch of restaurants sprinkled throughout in here. This coming up right here is where a lot of the bikers be. The turn, there's people out there now at that bar just hanging out, fellowshipping. Yeah, and I think they have a company called Boston Whaler, a boat company. So of course, with you having a boat company here um, in Edgewater, New Smyrna area, you're gonna have a lot of boats.